What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the QPR Master League series, and we're about to get into our first ever FA Cup tie against Leeds United, and it's going to be an interesting one, definitely. I can't wait for this. As you might remember, in our last game we added a few players to the squad, so let's have a look at getting them in the team. We managed to bring in Old Sheik, and we also managed to bring in Quintero. We managed to bring in Old Sheik. We managed to bring in Quintero, who's a very, very good player for this level, and in fact I'm going to start him in this game. And we've also got Bonatini starting alongside Sarah. And I think Old Sheik deserves a chance to start, so I'm going to put him instead of Sherry. And that is how we're going to go into this Leeds game. We've obviously got very, very low team spirit, but we can work on that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how players like Walker Peters continues to develop. Anua is obviously going to be the person we look to for defensive solidity, alongside Corker. And we've got a very, very good, very, very strong midfield now. Luongo, Sandro, Quintero, Sint-Graven, and it's incredibly strong. We've also got Bioko Poco, who we managed to sign. I think I might actually bring him into midfield as well. And again, it's going to lower the team's spirit, but it's only going to improve if we play these guys. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with, and hopefully we can beat this Leeds side. Let's get straight into it. Right then, so the FA Cup against Leeds United, and we've got some new debutants in the team. Quintero there saluting the fans, and he'll be hoping to make a really, really big impact on his debut, as will the new centre forward Bonatini. The fans have heard a lot about him and hope that he can bring a lot of goal scoring threat to this side. And Shogun's already, made it clear that he wants to play attacking football with this team. So let's see if we can do it. A good run in the cup would be nice. I'm hoping to get into, maybe if I can get into, playing the big teams in like the quarterfinals or something, that would be, I'd consider that a great success for this side here. Obviously our main thing is getting firmly and convincingly back into the top flight, but a nice cup run would definitely go down well. Oh, and that is a great finish from them early on. Just for some very, very lax midfield play there from Sandro. And we'll be looking to players like Sandro to provide stability in this ever-changing team. That was very, very poor from him there. And Leeds have gone 1-0 up with a great finish from Sacco. Cannot deny that. Good interception in midfield and great bit of football. And Fideo couldn't be to blame for that, to be honest. There was nothing he could do about that. His defence in midfield had let him down. And it was a great strike. Probably could have reacted quicker, but would he have saved it? Probably not. Bonatini, one of his first touches of the ball. And he's got back on it. He's turned his man there. Couldn't quite beat two. But it's good to see him being willing to run at defenders. Sandro finds Bonatini. Looks to find Sandro, who can make amends. He can't. And they just about managed to get that clear there. But promising play from QPR. So foul in midfield. He'll surely be called back for that. Oh, we've got a free kick in midfield. Is that going to be a card for him? Just a warning for O'Kane. That was nasty. Could have been a lot worse. Danny Sint-Graven does find Bonatini in space. Shoots and scores on his debut. There's an equaliser just before the break. That is what they've signed him for. to get in beyond the last man and score. And the two new boys, Dennis St-Graven already becoming a fan's favourite very quickly, and Bonatini scoring on his debut. They will have absolutely no complaints about that, and as manager, no complaints either. Let's have a look at that move again. There's a bit more patient play, and a great ball from St-Graven there. And Green probably should have closed down the angle a bit more, but we were more than happy to take that on and finish with a plum. And he's definitely happy with that. And that is how that first half finishes. That will be the last kick of the half. And we brought ourselves back into this game now. So let's hope we can kick on in the second half and really start to put a performance together. QPR looking to come out all guns blazing in this second half. They're going to need to keep the ball a bit better than they did in the first half. They had more possession, but they did give the ball away in some dangerous areas. And this is a Leeds team with some definite goal threat. Now Sarah is in a good position. Finds Bonatini. He's already got one goal, the new boy. Couldn't quite hold on to that one though. St-Graven finds Bonatini. Sarah now looking to hold this up. Can Bonatini get ahead? Oh, he tries to find him, but the marking was very, very well done there. St-Graven playing very, very well, finding Quintero. And that's two players that are going to look to be the shining light of this team going forward into the season. Two very, very technical players at any level, let alone in the second tier. And they could be difference makers for this side. We've already seen one element of that from St-Graven. Getting the assist for Bonatini. Sarah now finds Bonatini again. Oh, he's cut inside his man. Oh, he couldn't finish it, but St-Graven does. We spoke about him, and it's 2-1. And what a result this has turned out to be. The comeback absolutely complete for QPR. And they're having their moments. It's not a fluid performance from them by any stretch of the imagination, but when they do get a move going together, it does look good. And this is a team that could definitely do things over the course of this season. Once these players start to gel together, they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Rob Green will be disappointed with that, but in reality, nothing he could do about it. And some great play from Bonatini and St-Graven again. And 2-1. Sacco, oh, great defending there. Put him off. Leeds fans screaming out for a penalty there. But not given. This referee's not exactly had the best of games. But he's been bad for both teams, so no one can definitely ask about any bias. Let's put it that way. And now so another great bit of interplay from QPR. Could set up another goal for them here. Walker Peters managed to evade the challenge, and Sarah manages to score. What a goal, and what a bit of football that was from QPR. We said it before, when they have their moments, this is one hell of a group of players. And they look like they're starting to gel already on the pitch. And what a great break that was. Good bit of interplay. But Walker Peters, the young defender that everyone seems to be talking about right now. A great bit of play to evade the challenge. A good cross and an even better finish. Puts that in there on a plate. And it's an awkward angle, but he manages to get that in, Sarah. And he definitely doesn't want to be forgotten in a team that's brought in a lot of attacking talent, and fair play to him. Bonatini couldn't quite win the header there. Not the biggest lad, but he definitely does give it a go. And Luongo, that's a poor bit of defending there, but they're getting away with it. Quintero tries a bit too much there. That could cost his team, but Sandro He had a bad game earlier, but he might have just got his side out of trouble there. Now, Old Sheik, what can he do? Finds Danny Sinkgraven. Oh, Quintero's looking to get on that deflection there, but it's cleared. Walker Peters finds Sandro. Back out to Walker Peters, who finds Sinkgraven. It's a good tackle, but QPR are happy to keep the ball up in that end of the pitch. Back out to Sinkgraven again. And it's turn 2. They're going to try and get that down the pitch as quickly as possible. And QPR are trying to keep them in that area. And there we have it. A 3-1 victory for Queen's Park Rangers. And they will be very, very happy with that. Leeds United took the lead early on. It looked like they might knock QPR out at the first hurdle. But it wasn't to be. And yet another man of the match performance for Danny Sinkgraven. The rest of the first round fixtures, Birmingham City going through on penalties against Nottingham Forest. Huddersfield Town going through on penalties against Brighton. Preston absolutely walloping Derby. Ipswich walloping Wolves. Aston Villa doing the dirt on Rotherham. And of course that 3-1 result for QPR. Brentford beating Reading comfortably 4-1. Sheffield Wednesday 2-0 against Barnsley. Blackburn Rovers beating local rivals Burnley. Bristol City 1-0 against Fulham. Burton Albion 3-0 comfortable winners against Norwich. And Cardiff City beating Wigan 2-0. And that sets us up with a second round tie against Manchester United. And we said we wanted to play the big sides. Doesn't get much bigger than that. A lot of improvement happening for Walker Peters right now. Very, very happy with that. And I spotted him and I thought that, he'd be someone that could develop well. I didn't expect him to have a dramatic improvement so quickly. But he's definitely looking like becoming quite the gem. Right, then now we've got a game against Reading in the league. And we need to get ourselves into the top 2. We want that automatic promotion spot. I mean, we'll take playoffs if we can get it. But automatic promotion is what we're really aiming for. And definitely what this team, this lineup deserves. Obviously, they've got to gel together. But if we can play like we did in the last one, then we definitely got a good chance. We've got a pretty strong team in this division. Not as strong as Aston Villa and Newcastle, granted. But definitely a strong side. Right then, this is the side we're going with against Reading. And just 2 changes to the side. Luongo and Tisserand come in for Kolka and Biogo Poko. Just because they weren't on amazing form. And we want to make sure that we can take this opportunity to keep the pressure on Aston Villa and Newcastle United. So, yeah, we're definitely looking at the likes of Quintero and Sinkgraven to provide a lot more creative flair again this game. And that strike partnership of Serra and Leo Bonatini. And that strike partnership of Serra and Bonatini are definitely going to be the ones to take us through this season if they keep up performances like they did in the last game. Right then, QPR versus Reading. Let's go. Tisserand making his debut for the club. And he's soaking in the atmosphere. The QPR faithful definitely keen to see what their new defender has got to offer. Alright then, let's get this game underway. Hopefully we can get 3 points. We're on a good run of form at the moment. Luongo finds Sandro now. Sandro tries to find Bonatini and it is going to be a free kick into the box. That is a dirty tackle and possibly an injury. We've got a booking from McShane. But is that all there is to it? Because Bonatini looks like he's hurt. Hopefully nothing too serious. We are expecting great things from him this season. It wasn't a terrible tackle, but he did go through the man first. But looks like he'll be able to come back on. In the meantime, Quintero is going to look to strike this. It's from quite a way out. But he does have the quality. Hits it hard into the wall though. And Sinkgraven as a pop. But it's deflected into the hands of the keeper. And that move is now over. Quintero finds Robinson. Looks to cross it. Sarah with the header, but it is wide by some distance. Probably would have been better with a knockdown to Bonatini there. But a promising move. A promising move. Yeah, the knockdown would have probably been a better move, or at least a more directed header. But not bad. It could be another chance here for QPR. Sinkgraven now. Oh, finds Bonatini with a great pass. Who finds Sarah, and he's managed to hit the bar from point blank range. He's now appealing for a penalty, but he really should have put that in the back of the net when he had the chance. And it's end-to-end stuff here now. Reading on the break. And Sandro deals with that. They have a strike, and that has gone in. What a phenomenal goal that is for Reading. How different that could have been had we scored at the other end. But what a goal from Weiser. And the Reading fans are very, very happy with themselves there. And can you blame them? Let's have a look at that again. Dinks that to the edge of the box. Sandro thinks he's dealt with it. And it's dropped. And what a finish that is. The young goalkeeper Fidel has been beaten by 2 long rangers recently. But there's nothing he could have done about that one. He did his best. But what a strike. Quintero tries to win that ball back in midfield but doesn't. Robinson does a good job there. Quintero now. Serra finds Bonatini. He's got options and takes none of them. Dithers on the ball for too long. And now the break is on for Reading. But Tisserand with some great defending there. Walker-Peters finds Anua, who doesn't quite make the most of that opportunity to clear. And Sandro having a much better game than he did last time, but that will be the half. And Reading 1-0 up against QPR. And the Rangers have got a lot to do in the second half. They're having a lot of the ball, having a lot of the chances, but not making any of it count. Serra wins the ball back. Luongo now finds Quintero, who turns his man inside out there. Tries to beat too many. And puts his team under pressure there. Somehow, this ball is still present in midfield, but now Bonatini ball out to Walker-Peters from this. Crosses and couldn't quite find the head of Serra. But it's looking a bit more promising now. Quintero fizzes that into the middle of the box and Sinkgraven gets it but can't do a lot with it. And it's now a break for Reading. And Anua tries to deal with that but can't. Deals with it second time and this is a real uphill struggle for this QPR side right now. Old Cheek now. Finds Bonatini with a great bit of play. Oh, that was so close. Instantly involved, Old Cheek. But Bonatini couldn't finish off what was a very interesting move. Probably one of the better chances in the second half. Unfortunate. Oh, Kanuhe's won the ball high up the pitch. Finds Bonatini, who's going to have a strike. Oh, and it's just wide. And that is the final kick of the game. It looked like something might have been on. But in the end, QPR will rue all those missed chances. How Sarah didn't put that chance away in the first half, I will never know. But in a game that we really should have won, we end up coming away with absolutely nothing. And that result drops us down to 5th with our first loss of the season. And we've only dropped points in 2 games so far, but we need to get back on the winning horse as soon as possible. Right then, so after that disappointing game, we got a game against Preston, and we need to reignite some of that early season form, make sure that we don't get into a slump of losing games now after a really, really promising start. This team spirit needs to improve very quickly, and the only way we're going to do that is by getting some wins and some convincing ones, so let's go. Right then, this is the team that we're going with. Only a couple of changes again from the last game. Pop comes in for Fideo. Fideo's not on the greatest form. And we've got Biogo Poco starting again, and Kolka is also starting. And hopefully Serra and Bonatini can do a bit more this game. I've dropped Serra a bit deeper just to try and use his strength to try and get hold of the ball a bit more. And have Bonatini, doing what he does best and running behind the back line. And hopefully that will do a bit more for us this game. But we definitely need to get a result so we don't start falling off the pace. Right then, here we go. Serra now finds Bonatini, who finds Serra again. Can he hold off his man? He can. And just did a bit too much there. But we do have a throw-in. It's a good tackle on him. And the break is on. The break is definitely on. And Beckford looks to get through there, but he's dealt with by Kolka. It's a good tackle, but he's giving it away. Finds Bonatini. Oh, Bonatini turns his man, but there was a covering defender there. Good bit of skill from him, though. He's going to look to try and find Bonatini again. Gets him behind, has the shot. Oh, and he's missed it. It's a similar chance to one in a previous game where he just got behind the back line and just couldn't finish it off on that left foot. Managed to get in front of his man and probably should have tried to take it near post. But either way, struggling to defeat this 5 at the back that Preston have got. They've set up to really frustrate here. Biogo Poco finds Sintgraven, who finds Serra, who finds Sintgraven again. Tries to find Bonatini but can't get the ball through, and that's unfortunate. Quintero finds Serra, who finds Bonatini, who tries to find Sintgraven but can't. Quintero now finds Bonatini, who finds Serra. Turns inside, finds Bonatini, and there we go. There's some good football. 1-0. QPR finally coming good late into this first half. And he's definitely happy with that. So look at that play again, and it was clever stuff from QPR there. Good bit of play from Serra. Good reverse through ball, and a great finish at the near post. 1-0. If they can get another goal and open this game out, then it's theirs. But that is half-time, 1-0. It's not looking too bad right now. Preston don't really look like threatening too much. But that being said, QPR need to make sure that they remain solid and disciplined and try and get one more goal to open this game out. Sintgraven from distance. Oh, wasn't far away. Was not far away. And chances are starting to open up for QPR now. It was a good touch from him. He took it on his weaker foot. There wasn't really much in the way of support for him there. But not bad. Biogo Poco finds Bonatini, who finds Serra. Couldn't quite get the shot away, but they do get a corner out of that. No, they don't get a corner. That's very interesting, because that looked like it came off the defender last. Oh, it's great play. That is great play. You cannot argue with that. It's an equaliser for Preston there. And just nobody dealt with that move at all. And they've come back into this. And we said QPR needed another goal. And didn't get it. And now the game is level. poor play in midfield, and from there, an incredibly brilliant flowing move. That's great stuff. And, you know, who was picking up the runner from midfield? Absolutely nobody. And, if anything, they've gifted that goal to them. And Sandro has a strike from distance, but it's tame. It's a very, very tame effort in the end. And nothing comes of it. And there we go. That finishes 1-1. Couldn't get the win. A very, very frustrating game. Preston playing insanely defensively at home. And grinding out that win, which essentially frustrates us. And that result leaves us in 5th place. 4 points off the top. And Derby County have found themselves at the top of the table now, with Newcastle United and Aston Villa dropping points. And it's starting to look quite interesting at this top end of the table. There's quite a few teams who you reckon could be in the mix. And this isn't going to be a 2 or 3 horse race by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, it's time to register a player to my favourite players. You're going to be managing a lot of players, but this is the place for the ones you consider your stars. Registering my favourite players, and in a few years they may well be considered club legends. You can only register a player once a year, so register the player you've got the highest hopes for. That's interesting. Okay. Right then. Well, I can only select one player. I think the player I've got the highest hopes for has got to be Walker Peters. He looks like he's going to develop into something very, very special. He's developing well already. So there are better players at the club right now. Quintero is obviously the most talented player at the team. But I'm going to put Walker Peters in as my favourite player. Just to see what this does as well. Because it'd be interesting to see what happens if they become a legend. Do they get the legend player card? I don't know. But, okay, so Walker Peters has been registered as my favourite player right now. This is all a bit fancy. Okay, so he kind of stores his career data in that sense. Fair enough, so if he moves to other clubs, I get to kind of track what he's doing. That's really cool, I like that. Right, and so we skipped the match against Norwich, and that finished 2-2, unfortunately. So again, dropping points here. We're really, really feeling the effects of this team not gelling with each other. And that is a problem. And we're dropping further down the table as a result. Newcastle also plummeting. I don't know what's going on with them. They were definitely my favourites to finish top. And they're now below us. Aston Villa still holding on, doing quite well alongside Derby County. But we need to really get our act in gear before we start dropping out of these playoff places. And there we have the team of the month. And this time we have absolutely nobody in the team. And that speaks volumes about our performances this month. We have not been up to par at all. And that needs to change. Right then, so next month we've definitely got some work to do. We need to get back into winning ways. And we've got a game against Leeds United to start the month off. And it's not going to be easy for us. But we need to put some work in. Put our current woes behind us. Work on really building some team spirit up. And getting back into the way things were. But if you've enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying the progress of the team, then give it a thumbs up. Also, I'm interested to know, in terms of team selection, who do you guys think should be playing more? Who should get more chances? I'm going to try and rotate things in the next episode. I do read the comments, so let me know who you guys think should be playing more. Do you think Old Sheik should be getting more starts maybe? He's a very, very skillful player. Just doesn't fit in the formation we're currently playing, but that can change. There's definitely scope for that to change. So let me know who you guys think should be playing, who should get dropped as well. And until next time, take care. Peace.